Hello everyone, Sister Mary Smirnoff here. How are you all doing today? Hold on, I just got to fix my habit there. Now, as you can see, we're on location today. We're out in the convent grounds. So I just decided it's not hot yet, so I take this opportunity really to come out and talk. Now, it's interesting, I've had a few messages, lovely messages from people saying that I shouldn't limit myself on the 7 minutes, but again, I'm always afraid of boring the arse off you. But today I have a few things to talk about, so I'm not going to talk like a crackhead as fast as I did yesterday. And that might help me. So, thank you for those messages. You make me feel much better. But do you hear the birds? Isn't that nice now? It is, isn't it? It's nice to be on location, isn't it? I'm trying to change the location every day for you so that you can, I don't know, you can escape from just seeing the same old wall all the time. Now, I opened the book and it was interesting as well. Today's words of wisdom. It is good to have an end to journey towards, but it is the journey that matters, not the end. And I think in these moments, those are true words. Again, Jesus speaks to us every day. The words we need to hear are the words we will get. Now, I will go on. I don't need the book anymore. So, now, okay, I've got a few things to talk about there. Okay, yes. So, I had a message from someone who shall remain nameless, but she asked me if maybe I could suggest having a Dear Sister segment instead of just question and answer time. So it's sort of like that, Dear Abby, will you write in with your problems and I'll tell you, what I think. But that doesn't mean to say you have to do what I think, because who knows if I'm right. Okay, but here was her thing. She did write me in with a problem. And here, I don't even need to look at the paper to tell you the problem. So her husband is now working from home. And she was not used to that at all. But now he's working from home and he's doing conference calls. And he's basically, the top half of him is in his shirt and his tie and, all business. But she says he's sitting in the office and he's not wearing anything below the waist. And how can she deal with that? Oh, there's so much to say there. Bottoms up. We're calling her bottoms up. First of all, that's not sanitary, especially at this time when Clorox wipes are needed for much more important things. So, right now, he shouldn't be doing that. And secondly, nobody wants to see what's below the waist. It's not pretty. I don't care who you are. It is not pretty. Tell him he needs to put a pair of shorts on at least, because no one needs to go through that before they've even had coffee in the morning. No. So that would be my words of wisdom there for you. Then, my friend Jeanette back in Belfast, well, actually, she's my cousin. So, or second cousin, I'm not quite sure, but she's a cousin anyway. And family's family, isn't it? Doesn't matter. She said, what do you do about inappropriate, nosy, personal comments on your social media? We're all going to have that. Everybody has their opinion, blah, blah, blah. Some people don't engage their head before they put their fingers on the keyboard. This is what I would do. Now, I only know this from personal experience and my friend Anne. This is the advice she would say if she was here. So what you do is you read what they've written and you write down on a piece of paper what you really want to say to them, but you don't type it. No, don't type it. Then you go away and then 24 hours later you come back and you read what you wrote down. And very often you'll find, oh no, I can't say that, it's too severe. So then you've had an overnight to sleep on it and to think about it, and then you can just write something a little bit more civilized, or perhaps take the high road, as I call it. So, and I know exactly what you're talking about, Jeanette, and I thought that was handled perfectly, that situation. So, we'll move on. Right, now what else? Oh, I had another question for question time as well yesterday. What did I first think of America when I moved here? Oh, Lord, God almighty. It was fabulous. It was like Mary Tyler Moore when she got to New York. Do you remember that? And she started swinging around in the middle of the street in New York City. She was like, like a child on Christmas morning, or sort of like, when I don't know. It was just like, I suppose when Mary Magdalene appeared to those three girls and that. That's how I felt when I came to America. You see, I had a dream when I was about 15 that I would end up in America, and I didn't know why I would end up in America. And I didn't chase the dream either. I can't even speak this morning. The dream came and chased me. And that's how I ended up here. And it's the right place for me, I believe. And I love it. So that's really my answer to that. There's no more complication to it at all. That's just it. I've had a great experience here. I love the flag. And that's the thing too. When I was 15, I remember seeing that flag and hearing that national anthem, and there was something inside me. And it was like fierce. Like, you know, when you first hear Ave Maria and you're like moved, you know. I was moved, and every time, it kept happening every time, and I said, there is a message here, like a calling, simply like a calling. That's all I can explain it. I'm at 6 minutes now. This is getting bad. So, my next little thing I was going to tell, by the way, I know we're on location in the convent grounds, but where I wanted to do the podcast today, I really wanted to do it from the golf course, which is just across the street there. You know, I just walk across. But I was afraid in case any golfers were out there, and then they might think that I was actually golfing. And as you all know, I don't do anything with balls. Nothing. Not a thing. Not interested. I don't like netball, volleyball, football, golf ball, anything with a ball. Never have, never will, never will. So I decided, no, probably safer to stay in the convent. The orphanage children haven't started homeschooling yet, and that's another chapter for you. So let me tell you about them. These are my observations of the homeschooling program. The new teacher is an absolute bitch. That's me. Yes, I didn't want to be a teacher, but seemingly this is what I've inherited with this big C. Right. Now, the principal has a clear closed door policy. Did you ever in all your life hear that? Yes? Mm-hmm. Jesus, Mary and St. Joseph. Did you ever hear of a principal doing that? Not interested. He's just not interested in any complaints I might have, or should I want to call the parents. He doesn't want to have anything to do with that. He doesn't think we should take it to that level. We're at that level. Right. One of them is going to graduate with a master's in tanning. I'm not kidding you. That's one of them is going to definitely graduate with that master's. I don't know where she'll be going in the job field with that. And I dread to think. The other one thinks that TikTok is going to be an actual master's program. She's busy doing videos all over the place with all this. I don't know. It amuses me to watch them. Now, the annoying thing about it is all of the orphanage children are turning up every day to school in bikinis. I'm not kidding you. Now, when was that ever suitable school attire? Now, when you look at them from the front, you think, okay, they're outside schooling. It's hot. I'm going to let that go. And then they get up to use the bathroom. And you see them walking past you, and you wonder where the bottom is of the bikini, because there's just a string going right up there. Well, you know what I mean. They'd need tweezers to find that before they go to bed, to get the bikini bottoms off, is all I can say. Now, nobody's bringing lunch to school. I don't understand that, and right now there's no school dinners going on. So, guess who's in charge of that as well? Me. Yes, I'm not up for the dinner lady business. And, yes, I told you about they showed up in bikinis. Right. I think that's everything. I've kept it to a nice 9 minutes, 18, 20, 21 there. So anyway, love from the convent. May God bless you all today. And remember, it might be dark days, but sometimes you find a little light, a little humour somewhere, don't you? My friend, he texted me this morning. He lives away out near the beach, and he said he went to senior citizens shopping at the supermarket this morning at 7 o'clock when they opened. They are open for an hour for the seniors or whatever. And he said he thinks it's a government ploy to kill all the seniors, because he said it was so packed. There was no social distancing at all, none. And okay, everybody was wearing little gloves and masks and everything, but he said they were, back to back in the store. So that's his little thing there. So I told him not to be bothering going anymore at senior time. Don't bother. No. Stay home. Order the food. Have it delivered. I don't know. But just don't go out and all of that. There's no need. Anyway, stay safe, everybody. I love you all. May God in his mercy look after you, look down on you today and give you some light. I'm loving this time of day. As you can tell, I've already had 2 buckets of coffee. Was up at 5 drinking coffee. I love coffee. It's great. It's a lovely thing. So the sun is just coming out. I can see it there over the convent chimney. And it's just lovely to see, and it's not too hot yet. So, and I must apologise for yesterday. I looked at the video of the sister with splits, or splits with sister, whatever nonsense I posted. And I'm sorry for all that cleavage. Oh, that was ridiculous. So I've put an extra little top on there with another top to keep everything intact so that you didn't have to go through that again today. So anyway, love to you all. If you're staying home, I know there's nothing on the TV. I've looked myself. Nothing. I can't even recommend any Netflix series. I did watch that BBC one, Liar. Ugh, I'm so over that. And what else am I watching? There's nothing really to watch on TV. There's not even Mass and Lourdes to watch at the moment. Honestly. So, I'll bid you all a good day. Have a great day. And if you're like myself, homeschooling, I'll show you my tip tomorrow of how you get them all up and ready in the morning into their bikinis, albeit. But I will show you my tip. You will love it. And how I get them to change classes. Oh, you will love that as well. So we'll leave that one for tomorrow. I don't want to bore you, as you know. Okay, and another thing, please message me if you have any problems that you would like my words of wisdom on. I'm not saying they're wise, but I'll say I'll give them. You can take them or leave them. Doesn't bother me. But send me in, yes. Send me in, because enough question time with sister. Like, we don't want to talk about me all the time. I want to talk about you. I want you to tell me your problems and me to give you my words. All right. Again, love to you all. I must go. Oh, do you hear that? That's probably all the people arriving from New York. Bye, everyone.